Good evening, everyone. Today is day 22 of prayer. I want to title tonight's devotion, Prayer Gifts. When I was going to Bible college, I worked as a GED teacher at Milby High School and Austin High School. And we used to work for a company called ETC. And, we used to have staff meetings and trainings, and one of the men there is an older man, and he was recognized by everybody there as a minister. He was a Baptist pastor, and he would always lead the prayers there. And I was just a young man. I was a student at Bible college, and so he was the one that everybody looked to for spiritual guidance there in the company. And at one of our staff meetings, I remember it was around Christmas time, and I had heard a really great idea on the radio, and I didn't have a lot of money at that time, and so I was trying to think of gifts that would be meaningful to the people I knew, and I had heard this idea where somebody said that he wrote cards and told people that he was going to give them the gift of an hour of prayer, where he was going to pray for that individual for one whole hour, just going to God and seeking the face of God for that person. And so I told him, I said, that's what I'm going to do this year. I go, I don't have a lot of money right now, but I can pray, and I might not be able to buy something for somebody, but I can go to God for them and give God my heart on their behalf and intercede for them and pray for blessing in their lives. So that's what I told him, and he looked at me astounded. He's like, wow, I could see emotion on his face. He's like, I've never heard of that. And he told me, I don't think I've ever prayed an entire hour in my whole life. Now, he was about 60-something years old, a minister and a pastor. He had never prayed an hour in his whole life. I was a little bit flabbergasted. I thought pastors would pray like hours on end. Now, I don't always pray hours on end either myself, but the hour of prayer is a different topic. He was really touched by the idea that anybody would pray a whole hour, especially since he had never prayed an hour for anything, to think that somebody would pray for an individual for 1 hour. John chapter 15, verse 13, Jesus says this, "Greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." Most people think about this verse as like taking a bullet for somebody, laying down your life when somebody tries to hurt somebody and jumping in the way of a car and pushing them out, and something very heroic. But that's not really what I think this verse is asking for. I think this verse is asking for you to lay down your life for your friends in a way that will bless them and benefit them spiritually, eternally, and sometimes also, physically right now. One of the greatest things that you could do for the people that you love, the people that are your friends, would be to earnestly and deeply pray for them. Not just pray, 1 minute or 5 minutes. I get so many prayer requests in my life on a daily basis. I try to pray at least, mention their name and take them to God. And sometimes I pray a minute for a person, sometimes 5 minutes. But it takes a lot of laying down my life to say, I'm going to sit down and pray for this person for an entire hour, where I am just seeking the face of God for this person. But what a beautiful thing. I tell you what, the people that I've prayed for, God has changed my attitude towards them. God has changed my estimation and feelings towards people based upon the time that I spend in prayer for them. Because prayer has a way of changing the prayer and not just the one that is being prayed for. But I think to have somebody tell me, I prayed for you for an entire hour and just went to the throne of God, taking your name and your needs and your life to the great Creator. It's a very humbling thing to think that somebody would do that for me. And And it's an honor for me to get to do that for others. Love you, and I am praying for you. See you tomorrow night in Jesus' name.